Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about how to be disciplined. And this is exactly what I did to start becoming disciplined. So yeah, let's not wait, get into it, subscribe, click like, and let's go. Right guys, so I've just made a presentation for you just to see for yourselves what I believe is discipline, how you can achieve discipline, how I achieved it, and some habits you can do just to achieve discipline. I'm also going to tell you in the next slide what exactly discipline is, because lots of you really don't know what discipline is. And if you want to achieve results in life, well, this is what discipline is, and this is exactly for you. So yeah, here is what discipline really is to me and what I feel like lots of you need to do to achieve discipline. So yeah, discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want the most. For example, what's the easy option? The easy option is eating a chocolate now, laying in bed all day, watching Netflix. And that is the short-term option. And that's not discipline. Discipline is saying no to that and actually working day by day consistently so you can achieve your results. And for example, I'll give you another one if you didn't really understand it there. For example, someone that wants to run one day a marathon, if they eat a chocolate and they stay in bed all day, they're never going to run the marathon. Running a marathon, what are you going to do? You're going to go outside and you're going to go for a run. Okay, maybe you can only do 1K run, but if you do it day by day and you put in the work and you have discipline, you'll be able to do 2K runs, then 3K runs, 5K runs, 10K runs, 20K runs, and then you'll be able to run a marathon eventually. But you have to stop choosing the easy option that you want now and choose the option that actually will get you those results so you can stay disciplined, right? Discipline, as I said, is self-control. That's so important, self-control. And on the right, you can see here, it's a full-time job, believing in yourself, no days off. Exactly, no days off. If you want discipline, you have to remove all those normal habits you've ever had and actually focus on yourself, on results. If you want to improve yourself, if you want to maximize your potential, that's discipline. You're going to have to work day by day on yourself. And that's what I've done. And this is what I'm going to teach you. Discipline is understanding the rules you put on yourself and applying them to fulfill your potential. If you write down a list of rules, you have goals, short-term goals and long-term goals. That's discipline. That's saying, okay, this year I want to read a book. If you've never read a book, you need to start somewhere. So you start with one book. Once you've read that book, you say the next year I want to read 10 books. Okay, that's a bigger goal. So that is discipline. That is improving day by day. If you want to learn a new language, it could be with anything. That is discipline. Just putting some boundaries, some rules, okay? And then discipline is the ability to keep going even when you don't want to. So even on the days that it's raining, that it's bad weather, that you don't feel like it, you still do it. For example, I'm going to give you the easiest example. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, the most famous sports person, maybe the most famous person in the world. If this guy didn't have any discipline, he would never get these results. He's 40 years old with a prime physique. I'm not saying you have to have his discipline, but you need to have a certain amount of discipline. You need to stop thinking the short option. You need to keep going even when you don't want to. He says it in loads of interviews that if he didn't want to go to the gym, he would go anyway, because that's important, and that is discipline. And discipline obviously is hard work. It's not easy to be disciplined, but that will show yourself that you can maximize your potential and you'll be different from the rest, because many people don't have discipline. That maybe 10% of the world would have discipline, maybe even less. And yeah, those are the ones that are going to perform better and achieve their potential. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else, but you can compare yourself to yourself. So yeah, this is what discipline really is. This is just the basics, foundations for you to be disciplined in many other aspects, okay? So first of all, waking up early around 5, 6 a.m. If you wake up before everyone else, you've got more hours to do things during the day. You can literally wake up at sunrise. You'll see the sun rise. You'll wake up at the same time the sun rises. So this will be so good for you because you're starting the day like the sun starts the day, like the world is starting, okay? That is perfect. And also, you don't want to go on your phone half an hour before you go to sleep and also half an hour after you wake up. Why? Because do you think this is good for you, like looking at a screen? No, you want to look outside. Okay, so when you get up, I'll come to this afterwards, but first what I do is when I get up at 5 to 6 a.m., then I make my bed. Guys, making your bed is the first thing you do, disciplinary action you do during the day. So that will start your day in a really good way. And then you want to go outside, as I said, leave your phone away, get some fresh air. And what's the best thing to do when you're outside? I sit on a chair and I get a journal like this and I write a page in my journal. What do I write in my journal? I'll write things that I can do during the day that I want to work on. It could be myself, things that I want to achieve, but really small objectives or bigger ones. Things that I also didn't do yesterday or I could have done better, because no one's perfect, but you have to have a discipline. So writing things down is also really good because you're seeing a progress just on a piece of paper, and you can read it on a daily and you'll see what you were doing to what you're doing now, and you'll see the gap is much bigger if you're disciplined every single day. So that's so important, guys. Also, drink some water. You got to drink some water. You have to stay hydrated during the day. Literally now, I need some water because I'm speaking so much. So the best thing is to drink water throughout the day. I'd suggest 1.5 liters to 2 liters per day, even 3 if you're doing lots of exercise, which is the best. Then you want to have a skincare routine. You don't want to have acne on your skin. You don't want to look bad. You need to take care of yourself. You need some good products for skincare. Have a good skincare routine. Put some hot water on your face. Open up the pores. Put the product on. Then you want to dry your face. Put it with cold water so the pores close. And then you want to have a nice cream just to smoothen your skin and to look shiny during the day. And also, very important for me, is also to having some sunscreen, because another thing that's very important is to go outside, get at least half an hour of sunlight during the day. That's a non-negotiable. You have to go outside. You can't just stay in all day. You need some fresh air. So yeah, that's the first thing you'd have to do in the morning, right? And after that, on a minimum, if you want to be an active person, you need to get at least 10,000 steps a day. If you do not get in 10,000 steps a day, what are you doing? You're literally so lazy. Someone that doesn't go out is not making the most of it. I used to smoke, drink. I tell you, I was so lazy. I would stay all day in bed, watching films, being depressed, watching porn. Do you really think that's good for you? No. You need to get out, get some sunlight, walk 10,000 steps a day, and that will keep you at least at your body weight. Even better if you can do more. I'm doing 15 now. On a day off work, because I have a 9 to 5, I go and do 20 or 25 because 10 is nothing. So yeah, at least 10,000 steps a day. And then you want to go to the gym. It could be in the morning or in the afternoon, wherever. If you have a job, depends, right? You can't change your timetable. So go to the gym, train weights and cardio when you finish. You're not going to do the cardio before because then you're going to be tired. You want to go and do some weights. And then after that, you're going to have a cardio session apart from those 10K steps. Like, it's not, oh, I'm doing 10K steps and that's it. No, you want to have those 10K steps and a bit of cardio so you can boost the steps if you can. Or if the only thing you can do is the 10,000 with the cardio from the gym, that's fine to start with, okay? But you have to be doing that every day just to be disciplined, right? Then you want to make content or work on your business / side hustle for some extra income. Look, I'm doing this now, right? I've got clients, I'm training them on how to improve their lives. This is my side hustle. Why don't you have a side hustle? It shouldn't be only content. You could do anything. You could do e-commerce, you could do Bitcoin, whatever you want to do that you're good at. Find a skill, because nowadays a normal 9 to 5 is just not going to make it, because the wages are getting higher, life's harder. You will need to work on other things during the day. You need to improve on yourself on the daily. So this is what I do. This is what I like. I like to help others. So this is my kind of skill that I'm good at and that I can show to other people so they can feel better. And I've helped lots of people out. So why not find something else that you enjoy where you can make some extra money? Super important to become disciplined, super important to find new hobbies, new ways to improve yourself on a daily. Then another thing is taking care of your appearance. I used to have such bad appearance. I would have long hair until here. I would hide my face. In photos, I wouldn't even look at the camera because I thought I was ugly. And now, look at me. I'm wearing good clothes that fit me. I've lost weight. I'm taking care of my appearance. Why? Because I respect myself more. People will respect me more and they'll take me more seriously. That's just how life goes. So that's super important, taking care of your appearance. Then you want to cook all your foods with single ingredient based foods with high protein. Why? Why high protein, you'll say? Just to maintain high energy throughout the day. If you're doing all these things, if you're working on a business, if you're going to the gym, if you're doing these 10K steps, you need energy, and you can't just rely on energy drinks and coffee. No, you need to eat healthy foods, not unhealthy products, to keep you awake. I mean, you can have coffee during the day. I suggest having one, and that's the next step. It's just one with butter that will boost your testosterone if you're a guy. If you're not, you can just have a black coffee. You know, that will just keep you focused. But you can't rely on the coffee. You can't have 4 or 5 a day. That's not healthy. So just eat really good single ingredient foods that are good for you. I buy my food from the market, like meat, eggs, fish, doesn't matter. Vegetables. Don't buy ultra processed food. Then after that, you have to go to your job. Like, apart from all of the things that I'm telling you, you've got a job, so you go to your job, work on it, apart from your side hustle, and then you'll have a higher income, right? And then after that, you want to use sea salt in all your foods. The sea salt will also maintain your levels high of energy, okay? And then apart from that, a goal that I did at the beginning is doing 100 push-ups before going to bed. That is a basic goal you can do. That's maybe a bit higher level. I suggest at the beginning you can do 20 to 30 to 40. This is just what I used to do. So 100 push-ups before going to bed, and I'm still doing it. And then another important thing is cleaning your room, your house, your flat. You want to make everything clean. If someone comes to your house, your friends, your family, you want it to look presentable like yourself. You can't be looking like a 10 out of 10 and then someone comes to your house and everything's look like shit. They're going to say, like, who is this? Are they hiding? Are they pretending? No, you need to look 100% all the time. This is going to maximize your potential. Everything is going to be on a high level. So everything else you do is going to also be on a high level. And then one thing I also do is eat a spoonful of honey before bed to boost testosterone. Why do I do this? Because I used to be addicted to porn. That's a big problem for lots of men. Even some girls have it. So what does this do? This actually makes you have a higher testosterone level, makes you stop wanking, first of all, a lot. It also will make you, like, your brain more focused. And then also in the morning, you'll have a pole when you wake up. And that is a big problem lots of men have. That's why I'm talking about it. It might be creepy to lots of you, but I don't care. It's also just to help you out, okay? So if you feel like you're someone that's just in bed all day watching Netflix and then bored, I'm going to have a wank looking to some girls or some guys or whatever you're into, that's just not healthy. You need to be going outside, talking to real people, building real relationships, okay? You're never going to have a proper relationship if you're addicted to porn. That's just my opinion. And then the most important thing, sleeping 7 to 8 hours a day. I know you have to wake up at 5, 6 a.m. If your job doesn't allow you to do that, try and at least get the 7 to 8 hours in. But if you can wake up at 5 or 6, go to bed early when the sun goes down and sleep those 7 to 8 hours. You'll be the most productive. Sleeping is the most important. It will recover you and you'll have energy for the next day. And then, yeah, those are some habits that you can do daily just to stay disciplined. See, the downside of not being a high value disciplined person is this. You're going to be a lot more lazy. You're going to be less productive. You're going to find these easy escape tools or mechanisms, and that's going to become very bad for you because you're not going to achieve your potential. As I said, you're going to be all day just leaving it for tomorrow, never doing and taking action, okay? There's going to be bad habits. You're going to cheat your time. You're going to always be looking for the faster option. That's the bad option, obviously, because you're going to just do what you feel comfortable with now. You're not going to be able to achieve those goals. Or even if you get results, you're not going to get the best results. So you're going to be also bring back all these habits like watching TV and Netflix all day, smoking, drinking, bad food, staying in bed all day, watching adult content, taking drugs, partying, whatever. There's so many bad habits that will happen and that you might be used to. And you're not going to change that just because you don't have discipline. So discipline is so important. You're not going to maximize your potential, and you're never going to know ever what you're capable of because you're not disciplined. And then you're not taking those healthy risks. In life, you need risk. If you don't take risk, you're never going to achieve your potential. And that's also a discipline. You need to easily do these things to become not disciplined, because that is the worst thing you can do. Like, you'll feel lonely, you'll also have lower self-love, and you'll have these depressive tendencies because you're going to be like, oh my God, I had to do that. I didn't do it because I chose the short answer. I never got to do it. And that's going to just be in your mind all day. You're going to be remembering that, because we're humans at the end of the day. We'll say, oh, why didn't I do this? Or why didn't I talk to that person? She looked amazing, or he looked amazing. I found them attractive. That's a big problem we have nowadays. Like, people don't even communicate. They're not disciplined. They don't go outside. They're addicted to porn or social media, and they can't even talk to humans. They're watching Netflix all day. They're consuming drugs. They're doing all these bad habits. So be disciplined. Go outside. Get the work, and I'm sure you're going to be a lot more confident. Then here's the truth. We need to normalize this discipline, because it's not normalized. Like, I don't know many people that are disciplined like me or close to it. And I also know people that are way more disciplined than me. I've been doing it for now a while now, but I want to improve, and I want to get to these guys' levels. But I'm also at a very high level already. I just feel like I can do better. I'm comparing myself to my old self, and I'm 100 times better, but I want to be 100 times more better now. So I can only get better just by being disciplined. And then you'll have more self-love, you'll have more confidence, you'll maximize your potential. That's what I feel like I've achieved. Then new people will start to come in your life, like good people, actually, friends, maybe a new relationship, who knows? Like, you'll just attract good-minded people with discipline. And then your self-respect will just go through the roof. Like, you'll value yourself a lot more. You'll feel like, oh my God, this is what I've become. I can achieve a lot more. People that do incredible things like climbing the Everest, doing marathons, getting PhDs. These people have so much discipline. It could even be studying. That is such an impressive thing. My sister has lots of discipline just with studying, and she's done so well for herself, and that makes me very proud. And that's because she's had lots of discipline by studying and maybe not going out with friends. And then this is what I did to become disciplined. You can see the result. I got lots of sunlight in the morning. I was eating good foods. As you can see here on the right, my looks, my appearance, my gym outfits, they look a lot better. My physique's improved tremendously. I've going on runs. I've been hiking with friends, meeting new people, going to the gym. There's so many things that I've done. And there's so many things, like small details that I do on a daily, things that I write in my journal to improve. And finally, this is what I want to get to, because now that you understand exactly what this process of discipline is, I have an offer for you. If you've got low confidence, you're tired of being overweight, or you're tired of not being disciplined, you're too busy, and you feel like you can't train, I'm going to teach you how to be disciplined in a short period of time. Even if you've got a tight schedule, this is exactly what I'm doing. If you can see in the photos what I used to be and what I'm looking at now, that's just discipline, pure discipline. And if you want to learn this, you want to hop on a one-on-one call with me, and we can have a free call. I'm going to chat with you for at least half an hour to see what is your potential, where we can go, and how to start becoming disciplined, depending on where you are in life, with your schedule, with your work, with the time you have, with who you are as a person, what you've gone through, all the pain you've had. It's very personal, a one-on-one conversation with everyone. I've got lots of clients that are doing better now. they're losing weight, that's their main focus, but they've just worked on their discipline and they're happier than ever, not because they've lost the weight, but because they're becoming more confident, their mental health is better, they're looking better, they've become more disciplined. All these things we work on. It's not only your physique, it's everything. And discipline is the main focus, because without discipline, we cannot achieve this. So if you want to boost your confidence by losing weight, or you want to boost your confidence just by becoming disciplined, just follow these steps, book a call with me. I'll leave the link in the description. Please give this video a like, guys. I'm doing it just for you guys. I can't wait to talk to more of you. I really select the people I work with because I just want to see if you're actually ready to start. And then, yeah, it's just a free call, guys, to start with. And then we see where we go from there. So lots of love, guys. I hope you have a great weekend and a great day. And I just send you lots of love. And of course, you can reach your potential. If you feel like you can't, just give me a hit on the DM, or just text me, or leave a comment down below, and we can book a call. And yeah, we can start fresh. So yeah, lots of love, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.